humans are not just happy, guys. Like, humans are sad. Sometimes people are happy, but actually they're crying on the inside. Very normal to go through mental health issues, and I think Kusama was one of those artists who openly spoke about her mental health issues. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you love handbag videos. I wanted to make a video about Yayoi Kusama again and the Louis Vuitton collaboration. I already kind of made a video a few days ago, but as I've seen more pics come out, I kind of just wanted to blab on about it a little bit. Now, I did have a comment a few videos back saying before I start critiquing Kusama LV collections, maybe I should understand or appreciate Kusama's art a little bit more, which I think is a valid point. I have explored Kusama's art very briefly in the past. I know she had a very troublesome like mental health background, where she hallucinated. She had these episodes of seeing dots, and she actually currently lives in a mental health hospital, which she admitted herself into. I read that actually she lived through a period during World War II when she was a child that Japan was experiencing a great shortage of food, and the only foods that she could eat were like foods like pumpkin, and that's why pumpkins mean a lot to her. She had to eat pumpkins when she was young, to the point where she detested the taste of them, but she says she still loves pumpkins. In a 2015 interview, because of their humorous form, warm feeling, and human-like quality and form, my desire to create works of pumpkins still continues. I have an enthusiasm if I was still a child. They are quite like bulbous, and they have like their own organic form, and this is something that you can see incorporated into most of her work. I mean, when I think of Kusama, I think of the pumpkins and the dots, so it's interesting to see in this part 2 collection we are seeing a lot more of the pumpkins than in the first drop, and I quite like, particularly, I got to see a little bit more detail of this Neverfull. The front of the Neverfull is in with the orange pumpkins, and then the back is in the blue. So it actually has quite a diverse color palette of the pumpkins. And it's really cool how they also made the Neverfull pouch pumpkins as well. And I think if you're a fan of Kusama, this is a really key signature piece, particularly with the Louis Vuitton monogram. I think it is probably the pumpkin combined with the monogram, collectability-wise, I feel like is the most recognizable thing to get. And it's good to see in the second drop there is going to be so many bags that have this pumpkin motif on it, because it is very key of Kusama's work. Now, throughout the years, Kusama has created a lot of famous bodies of work with different kind of characters. I was trying to do some more research as to the significance of the butterflies. She actually did some works during the 80s with the butterfly, and you will see on this capucines there is like a very childlike flower motif on the capucine with the butterfly, which actually I absolutely love the combination of the colors against the black backdrop. Like, this is probably my favorite design out of all the bags. Although a lot of people are saying it looks quite childlike, I think that's kind of the point. Like, she's definitely still got that part in her brain which wants to see things through the eyes of a child, and I think that is a skill as an artist that a lot of people lose. And that actually, the thing about art is, guys, it's not how good the painting is, it's more about the feeling it gives you or the story it's kind of trying to tell. So by drawing almost like a kid or seeing things from a kid's perspective is something that you honestly take for granted when you're a kid, but as you get older, you train yourself not to be that way anymore. And I think a lot of Kusama's art kind of draws lines between the thoughts she had as a kid and also disturbing mental health battles that she's having. So the fact that you've got these, like, I don't know, this is my interpretation of it, guys. Like, art you can interpret any way you like, depending on who you are. But I see these, like, very beautiful flowers and butterflies, like, innocent, but they're covered in these very scary dots. I don't know, there's these dots that completely take over the flowers. They almost look like diseased flowers to me. Perhaps she didn't intend it to look that way, but Yeah, it's an interesting like juxtaposition of something quite innocent with something quite disturbing, which I feel like with this collection, particularly with the weird faces, like on the Neverfull, you've got the toiletry on chain, which guys, I mean seriously, toiletry on chain. You've got even a bag charm with this really disturbing kind of face. And then there's also this like interesting little fish. A lot of people I've read, particularly in Foxy LV's comments, are saying, you know, this looks demonic, this looks like, you know, Balenciaga all over again. I honestly don't think it's got to do with that at all. Like, I think the Balenciaga campaign is a completely different story. This, to me, it's not demonic, it's not evil. For me, it's just kind of expressing emotions of humans in different forms, because humans are not just happy, guys. Like, humans are sad. Sometimes people are happy, but actually they're crying on the inside. It's very normal to go through mental health issues, and I think Kusama was one of those artists who openly spoke about her mental health issues and expressed those battles that she had through her art. And I think that's why so many people connect with it, because it is extremely honest. And although it's confronting, it's also makes you think and kind of brings you into her world, and a world that maybe we'd never having the courage to visit ourselves. Going back to the face, like the weird faces, I guess. She recently in 2022 actually did a mural or some sort of mosaic in Central Grand Madison in New York. From what I've read, it doesn't seem like she's trying to convey some sort of sinister message through her art. In fact, it's more of you know, uniting as a world and fighting against you know, troubles that we have, internal mental health issues maybe. I don't know, I guess maybe she's just celebrating life through her artwork. In regards to the designs on these handbags, as I said before, I think visually I really like the black with the flowers. I quite like those designs. You can get that in the On The Go, the Speedy 25 bandolier and the capucines. There's also a white colorway, which is available in the On The Go PM and the Neverfull, and these are in leather. Now, going on to the men's collection, this, when I first saw it, reminded me of like aquarium gift shop merchandise or something, but yeah, I mean, the actual color of the leather of these pieces is quite striking. It's quite beautiful. It really works well with these like very brightly colored motifs on the bag or faces. They do stand out, and it is a talking point. I actually asked my boyfriend about what he thinks about this collection in general, and he said he actually thinks it's kind of like hilarious and kind of cool, like if you saw someone wearing this. And I know a lot of people hate it, but it honestly does make you look. It is a talking point of a collection, and although people saying it's like too childlike, like my 5-year-old could do that, I think that's kind of besides the point. It's really I guess the meaning behind Kusama's art, and like having appreciation for her as an artist. Perhaps you would find more meaning in these bags than one may think. And I mean, when you really look up at the details of these like little characters, there is so much color used, like very fine detail in the actual print. So I think they are quite interesting pieces to look at. Although they might not be like pretty, I mean, they are fun, you know. They're like, wow, like, I mean, the color is pretty. It does look like little germs or bacteria, but it's also got this like quirky sense of humor to it. So let me know what you think, guys. I think particularly the bum bag is pretty hilarious with that weird fish character in the middle. And from the men's collection, you also have the like monogram eclipse in, I quite like the trio messenger with the keychain. I think that looks quite cool. You've got a bum bag, a keep all, and a backpack. You've even got a keep all 25, which I think will be quite popular if you're into this collection. And for the women's, I honestly think that the key collectible pieces will probably be maybe this Alma BB with the fish on it. Probably, I would say the Speedy 20, which has the pumpkins on it. I think that could be quite a desirable piece to get as well. The Neverfull I think is cool, but honestly, it's I mean, the Neverfull is quite expensive now, so I don't know. I personally prefer to go for something a bit cuter, like a Speedy or Elma. But definitely like the Speedy 25 bandolier with that face on it. I think that will probably be a collector's piece in the future. Then you also have pieces like this like pumpkin thing, which I talked about before. It also comes in like a silver color with these multicolored Louis Vuitton logos all over it. This actually looks quite awesome, and it opens up like a clamshell. And apparently there's also going to be a few spotty designs coming out as well. But to be honest, I think my favorite things are definitely anything with the pumpkin. I just like those colors together. Or I'm actually a fan of the black with the flowers as well. If you just want something small from this collection, you most certainly can pick up a silk. There's going to be a lot of bandeaus. The pumpkin bandeau with the blue monogram honestly looks so awesome. And you've also got the I think they're 90 by 90 scarves. I really like the scarves. I particularly like the one with the diseased flowers and the butterflies. Like that, I actually might get it. I think that looks incredible. And you also have that in the pink. Oh gosh, like that's really cool. There's a blue one and there's a pink one. Oh, I don't know which one I would get. For some reason, the blue one speaks to me more. Maybe because there's more of a contrast. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I really like, yeah, the silks I'm really digging, to be honest. All these shoes, I wouldn't bother with. The ready to wear, oh, the denim looks kind of funky. I don't mind the t-shirt, but again, I actually like the skirt. That's actually kind of cool. Let's have a look here. If money was no object, I would probably get the capucines in black with the flowers on it. I actually really like that. And I would also pick up a few silks, and I'd probably pick up the skirt. This is if money was no object. I really like the skirt, and I would also pick up maybe the hoodie, like the zippy hoodie. I think I'd wear that a lot. Yeah, but actually, weirdly, this collection is growing on me, guys. At first, I was very disturbed by it, but I think upon, like, reading about Kusama's art, I'm kind of, like, more intrigued by it. And I almost want to, like, learn more. I honestly just, like, was reading about it for, like, 2 hours this morning, but I really want to maybe visit one of her exhibitions one day. Anyways, guys, let me know what you really think about this collection. Will you be buying anything from it, or do you prefer like the 2012 Kusama collection? Maybe you can go hunt for something on the pre-love market. Let me know, and thanks for watching my blabby video as usual, and I'll talk to you on my next one. Bye!